Well, hello, everybody. Been a while. This here is Prairie Lake. We're in one of the coves at a brush pile. You might be able to see it just peeking out of the water up there. Attempting to use a slip bobber. Got something. Let's see. This is my first cast here. See what we've got. Why, it's a bluegill and a nice one. Hello, Mr. Bluegill. He swallowed the hook. It's not too bad. I think I can get it. Boy, that's a pretty nice bluegill, I'd say. Not a bad start. First cast, eh? But you know what they say about early good luck. He must have been sitting right on the brush pile just waiting. Thank you, Mr. Bluegill. Throw him out there. Now I'm trying a little bit different camera setup. We'll see if I'm way too close. Or not. It's a beautiful day here. It's in the low 50s. Water level here in Prairie Lake is always variable, and today it's actually at an intermediate state, just a little higher than I like it, but not much. We're using just a little piece of night crawler, little tiny slip bobber. This is one of the few days this year where there hasn't been an insane amount of wind. This is my first attempt at using this particular slip bobber rig. Now I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little tiny brush pile actually to the left of where my bobber is right now. I don't know how many bobbers and rigs I've lost in that brush pile, but it's a lot. Looks like the recent wind has knocked them all off. They were kind of sitting there like a beacon. The water temperature is actually a little warmer than the air is right now. Oh. See what we've got. Unfortunately, it looks like that bluegill I caught earlier is not going to make it. Another nice bluegill. These guys don't have much color to them yet, but I'll take them either way. Ooh. I'm sure this place is just crawling with crappies right now as well. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Bluegill. This little guy. Still fun. It's a real shame about that other bluegill. I've also brought a little tiny bottom rig, a little Carolina rig. This lake is just absolutely loaded with shell crackers and big bluegill actually, but they tend to sit on the bottom this time of year. This is another bluegill. I think. Oh yeah. Nope, not a bluegill. That's a nice fish. This is the first one this year. This one might be a keeper. This is a red ear sunfish, or a shell cracker. Pretty. What a pretty fish, huh? I think I'll let him go today. Thank you, Mr. Shellcracker. I totally planned that, catching a shellcracker right after I mentioned him. That was we coordinated. I had to actually pay him in cash right before I cast it out. Boy, they're tearing my worm up, but good. That's one of the beauties of these slip bobbers is it tends to pull the bait up rather than from side to side. Let you get away with stuff like that. There's a family of groundhogs living right behind where the camera is there, and it's just woods. I can hear them moving around. Kind of hard not to turn around and look at them. Is it a groundhog or a woodchuck? I can never tell the difference. Or a whistle pig. Woo! Now we're talking. Woo! Wow. That's a bluegill. This is a late catch a big one size. Woo! Big. He's got wounds from having been caught before. Now that's a bluegill. Right there. I think he's worth filleting. What do you think? Let's check him out real quick. Just a rough estimate. Not centimeters. He's a little over 8 inches. If I squeezed his tail there, he'd certainly make 8.5. That's a good size for eating. I think we'll keep him. I'm going to try by the brush pile once again. This side of it. Another gentleman appears to be bass fishing. Plenty of bass in this lake. Yeah. See a couple little bluegill coming up to the surface to look at my line. Another one. Boy, we're having fun here today. I think I'm just going to kind of rove around and cast here and there along that weed line. Thank you so much for coming out with me today. Till next time.